Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I want to talk about physical media for a moment. We've had a little scare this last week where PlayStation users discovered that they didn't have access to their content, and if you had the DVDs, you could watch it offline or play it offline, but they couldn't. So that was scary for them. And also streamers who, like Indiana Jones, woke up and just found the Indiana Jones films were just missing. Disney Plus apparently still has the fifth film, but the first four films have disappeared. Presumably they've gone back to Paramount Plus. I think they own them, and they'll be selling them to someone else. So they'll be selling the license, and if you like Indiana Jones, you're probably going to have to pay for two streaming services to watch the one film series. I don't have that problem because I own them on DVD. So I'm glad I own physical media. I mean, I started collecting physical media back when video was, being sold. Mostly it was movies though, so TV, you had to tape it off TV, but it was free, and you basically cut out the ads. You'd put like 4 or 8 episodes on a video, depending on if it was standard play or long play. And then when the series was over, if you wanted to revisit it, you could just binge watch tapes, like 4 or 8 episodes in a row with no ads. It's sort of like the binge model we have now on streaming, but it was free. But yeah, then when they started releasing DVDs, they did series as well, which was great because, for example, Smallville, the first season showed prime time on Channel 9, and then they stopped showing it, and I couldn't find the rest of the season, so I ended up buying the DVDs, not Blu-rays, and I watched the series season by season that way. So I'm glad DVD happened. I'm glad they started showing producing TV shows, not just movies. First thing I ever bought was Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and I bought a DVD player just to watch it because that was my first DVD. And then, because I was slow to go to DVD because I had so many videos, I threw out all the videos and started buying DVDs basically, which I kind of regret because a few movies and TV shows that were released on video or I got off TV haven't been released on DVD or Blu-ray. So I should have learnt from that, but I made another mistake. I had thousands or tens of thousands of DVDs and Blu-rays, and I decided to cull my collection because it took up too much room. And I was like, okay, anything I'm not going to watch again, I'm throwing out because I just don't have the room for it. A lot of random TV shows and movies and that I bought just to see what they were like. Watched it once, it was okay, but never going to watch it again. They all went. Don't regret that. What I do regret is a few instances where, for example, I prioritised Blu-ray over DVD. So, for example, Star Trek. I bought the DVD. I bought remastered in both DVD and Blu-ray, and I kept the Blu-rays and the DVDs are remastered, but I threw out the DVDs of the original series. Why? Because I thought I'm never going to watch the original series with the original special effects, and the Blu-rays have the branching, where you can watch both DVD and Blu-ray. I threw that out, so I regret that now. In some cases, I threw out TV series, but I don't mind because I bought them as single season box sets, and now they're available as series box sets, and I would have bought the series box sets, but I already had the DVDs as separate seasons. So now that gives me an excuse to buy them again. I kept the original packaging, and now I get new packaging, and in some cases new discs. So that's fine, doesn't bother me. But the cases where I already had the most up-to-date DVD and there's nothing to gain from buying it again, I regret that. So I regret throwing out the Star Trek original series ones because I want them again. And I'm going to have to buy the cute little plastic pod versions with like the yellow, red and blue box sets in the little plastic pods. I threw them out first because there's space, and then I threw out the discs later, and I just kept a couple of the ones that I kind of liked the original effects in a couple of episodes, or they were different, and I wasn't sure about the decision, so I kept a couple of them, but that's it. The rest I threw out, and I regret that because I'm now going to buy them again. I'm going to have to buy the exact same versions. But for the most part, I'm happy with my physical media collection. I mean, there are disadvantages to it, like, for example, just random stuff like Twin Peaks. Fire Walk with Me, you get the film, you get the secondary sort of bonus film that was made out of the deleted scenes that David Lynch edited together. You get, interviews, specials, and in some cases you're even lucky enough to get physical content like a booklet. So there are reasons to buy DVD and benefits DVD and Blu-ray. For example, Star Trek: The Next Generation. They did single versions of the films where they edited together the films like they were TV movies. And, for example, this box set, you see Locutus and there's Picard. And I combined them where I've got all the separate TV movie discs in the one box set. So you've got The next level, best of both worlds, redemption, unification, chain of command, all good things, all in one thing. Doesn't take up that much room, but you don't really get them on streaming. You get the single episodes on different seasons, but they, as far as I know, they don't do the separate film versions that you got on Blu-ray. So, there are reasons to continue getting Blu-ray and DVD. I mean, right now what I do is, okay, Wednesday I didn't buy the Blu-ray because I didn't think it needed it quality-wise, but usually I buy everything in Blu-ray and DVD now. So even shows that I don't really love, but I'm just watching to criticize, I buy those as well. But I'm happy with my DVD collection and my physical media collection and my Blu-rays, and I'm glad I'm not relying on streaming because it's unreliable.